Hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel, 1111 Oracle. Today I want to take a look and, see what kind of intelligence you have. How are you intelligent? So, we're so used to understanding intelligence in, ironically, very two-dimensional terms, but there are so many different kinds of intelligence, especially if you get into Gardner's theory of the eight different intelligences. I think that there are more than just that. But, let's take a look at your special brand of intelligence. Of course, please keep in mind this is a generalized reading and you are so much more unique than the description I'm going to give you in just a moment. I'm going to hold up some objects for you, and those will be your choices, okay? So choice number one is this perfume bottle by Nina Ricci. Choice number two, Las Vegas dice, squishy. Anyway, all right. Choice number three is this Rainbow Dash My Little Pony doll. And choice number four is, yay, this elephant. I'm going to light incense in its trunk. Let's get that going. All right, so if you haven't already picked your choice, go ahead and look at the timestamp, and I look forward to reading for you soon. All right, choice number one, what kind of intelligence do you have? I feel like doing a channeled reading, a fully channeled reading for this one. What I'm getting right away is you have an exceptional spatial awareness, and there are a lot of things going on with this group. You're very spatially aware. You may be very good at reading maps. You're very good at understanding geographical locations and their relation to other places. You're very good at getting from one place to the next. You're very good at understanding things in 3D, like you can visualize, for example, if somebody has a paper that is unrolled, and then it's if you fold it up, you make a cube kind of thing. Unfolded, you can very easily visualize that in your head. All right, you can very easily visualize the cube in your head. You can visualize how to see it. You're very good at understanding and visualizing things in 3D. You also have a deep appreciation for your space. You're very good also at just understanding how to use your space in the, not just decorate it, but in the most efficient way possible. You don't like to clutter your surroundings too much. You may be into a minimalist style of decor. That has to do with that could have to do with just the fact that you have a very zen approach to life. There's something about you, something about the way you feel when you come off to others, which is very zen. Your mind, I wonder if you would get, it'd be interesting if you get a certain scan of just to see the frequencies, your brain frequency and activity, because I feel like just the way you function you function in a very different way. You think in a very different way, and it's going to sound a little bizarre, but it's almost like your brain gives off a certain energy that is felt by the people around you. Maybe it's the way you carry yourself. Maybe it's the way you talk, when the tonality of your voice, but there's something that's very grounding and calming about you when you do talk, and you just seem like you have things together. And if you do get worried and anxious, you just seem like you have it all under control. You have an exceptional understanding of how to take care of business, how to problem solve, how to get everything working. And then some people could come in and they say, oh, whatever it is not working. Maybe it's a machine, maybe your printer doesn't work, and then people are like freaking out around you, and you're just like, calm down, let's just take a look here, da, da, da. And so you're not just very good at understanding your environment and your space. You have a very good understanding of how things work, what you need to do in order to get things to work. And so you have this great mix of calm, grounded energy with this intelligence of just understanding and surveying your environment. You also have very good parallel vision. And that makes a lot of sense if you're very aware of your surroundings at all times, because you can see things in the corner of your eye. And if it's someone that you feel uncomfortable with, you can just sort of almost feel that energy from a mile away. You're a very strong empath. You can then do what you need to protect yourself and those around you and say, oh, you know what, let's go the other way. Or, ooh, there's an ice cream truck over there, and I feel like ice cream. And people are like, what? Where do you see that? What do you mean? And you're like, it's all the way over there. And they're like, how did you see that? And you're just like, I don't know. You're just very aware. It's like you're running two programs at the same time. While you're talking to people, you're paying attention to what they're saying, and you're keeping up with the conversation, but you're also very aware of everything else in your surroundings. And you have maybe been that person to prevent a friend crossing the street if they were a little too in the clouds and the cars were coming. You're that person. You're always keeping an eye out for people around you, because you notice that people are not even half as aware as you are when it comes to your surroundings. So you always keep on top of things, which is really impressive. And you may not think of this as a big deal as far as intelligence is concerned, but it really is, because we need people who know how to navigate their area. We need people who are very quick in their environment in order to maybe multitask or get things done or go to the right places on time. You rarely get lost. In fact, you help other people get unstuck out of situations, and not just physical environments, but if they're experiencing any kind of issue, you're like I said, you're a good problem solver. And that is one of the hallmarks of intelligence, your ability to think critically and problem solve. So yeah, that's a really brilliant intelligence to have. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I look forward to connecting with you in the next reading. Bye. All right, I've got to do some weird just so when I edit the video, I know that this is the point that I'm doing number two. Oh, number two, right away. You guys are very artistic. You're very good with timing. You may be hilarious. You may be a comedian. You have a good understanding of timing, which, you know what? It's actually, I remember when I was taking drama classes in high school, I remember my drama teacher saying that it's easier to do tragedies than it is to do comedies, because tragedies, it's always going to be a sad story and whatever. We can always play the woe is me card. But in order to do a comedy, you actually have to be comical, and not everybody is, because not everybody, you either have it or you don't. Yeah, you can teach people to be funny to a certain degree, but in my opinion, I think really at the end of the day, you really either have it or you don't. And you, my friend, you're funny. You know how and when to make people laugh. And I do believe too that comedians have an exceptional intelligence that I think most comedians are highly intelligent people in general. I can't speak for everyone because, we can't generalize for everybody, but I think a lot of comedians are highly, highly intelligent. When I think of artists like, I don't know, Dave Chappelle, or even like, I'm really excited, I'm going to see Russell Peters, Russell Peters or something, they're just very aware of the idiosyncrasies within the human experience, and they're able to make critical comments about things that either we haven't really thought of in that way, or, they just bring light to situations that they bring a certain different perspective perhaps to certain situations, and that's what makes them so brilliant. So anyhow, not just with comedy though, you're very much of a dramatic arts person or an artist. You may be very in your body, you like to move around a lot. So you have an intelligence with your body awareness, and so there's that kinesthetic intelligence. But especially when it comes to performing, there's a focus here for you on performance. Your intelligence has to do with the way you understand how to entertain other people. So in order to do this, you have to have an intuitive understanding of others, or at least a very good psychological awareness of others and how people understand things. In order to connect with others and entertain them, you need to understand their psyche, and you need to have a certain level of intuition to be able to do this as well. So, and observational skills, right? So this makes you incredibly intelligent, in the sense that you're not just a performer, you're like almost a psychologist, but instead of helping people with their problems in an office setting or whatever, you help them see different perspectives just by the way you entertain them. You get people thinking in different ways, and maybe you get them out of their dark moods, and that is a beautiful application of your gift. So yes, your intelligence is very much linked to performing, entertaining, making people laugh, good timing, which involves a certain level of psychology and intuition. Otherwise, in order to be a good comedian without a certain level of psychology and intuition, I don't know how possible it is. I think the best comedians probably have a deeper awareness of others and how they operate, if that makes sense. Okay. Well, thank you very much for tuning in, and I look forward to reading for you in another video. Okay, number 3. So I have to do these hand movements because when I edit the video, I wanna know when I'm at for number 3 for the timestamp. So number 3, yay! Okay, so number 3, I'm just basically channeling messages here. You're like the multitasker of, or not the multitasker, but what is it? You have multiple areas of high intelligence. This is a very, very Uranian group here. You have very kooky ideas, very outside of the box ideas, very left field ideas. Some of you may be creative geniuses even, but definitely very creative people in this group. Although some of you may have a certain penchant for mathematics and sciences as well. So you have a fairly balanced mind, left and right brain, where you have certain practical interests or left brain geared interest, not necessarily practical, because you can have a lot of left brain stuff, which is really theoretical, not practical at all. And then you have a lot of right brain interest. So you're equally sort of theoretical, intellectual, practical, and creative, intuitive. Whoa, so you have like a mastermind here. Don't let it get to your head. Pun intended. But you are very, very, very intelligent. So it's really difficult to pinpoint what you're intelligent on. This group, you may already know that you have a pretty high IQ score, but if you don't, there's something about you that's sort of multifaceted when it comes to intelligence, and you just understand multiple layers of life from all different kinds of angles. If you're not doing anything to benefit society and the world with that beautiful brain you have, then you better get on that, because you were given this beautiful gift of a brain for a reason. I think you can definitely help a lot of people out in so many ways, any way that you really, decide to put your mind to. That you are, I think a lot of people in this group would be considered geniuses. I mean, you're very different in almost, it's like you're not a rebel per se, but you have a rebellious mind. There's something about your mind that is just very rebellious. The way you think is just very different. You go against the grain. In other words, you really just are not necessarily aligned to the way a lot of other people around you think, and you may have even grown up with the influence that you're not as intelligent as you are, and that's truly unfortunate. But I guess it made you who you are. In a way, it's made you humble and grounded, which is a good thing. But now, don't sink so low to the ground. Remember that your mind is pretty brilliant. Like I said, again, you're very balanced in both left and right. So I can say you're good at math, I can say you're good at drawing, I can say you're good at a whole bunch of things. Take what resonates. It wouldn't make a difference. The point for you tuning into this video today is really to remind you to apply what you know in order to benefit and help those around you. That's what we need. Your brain. We need your brain. We really do. We need you to help us. We need you to help us out. Some of us have a harder time thinking about certain things, and for you it's not that difficult, and you're a fast learner. Someone should study the plasticity of your brain, because it is absolutely gorgeous and beautiful, and you have truly a beautiful mind. And that's pretty much all I have to say here. Beautiful, beautiful electric activity in your brain. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to tuning in with you in another video. All right. Sorry, I'm just being funny, because when I edit the video, I want to know when I'm supposed to apply the timestamps. So this is going to help me somehow. Yay, me being weird. Okay. Number 4, let's see. What makes you particularly intelligent? Now, this is a channeled message. I'm not going to pull out any cards or anything like that. But for some reason for you, and I've channeled for everybody else, for some reason for you, I feel the need to take out some runes. So I'm not sure why, but I will do that. Okay. Let's see what makes you intelligent. Okay. Let's see. So keywords I have for Burkano. Anyway, Burkano. Anyway, some keywords I want to throw out at you are, you might want to think of maybe maybe you're a female and you're a mother and you're an excellent mother, and part of your intelligence is just that you're amazing. Your kids are so lucky to have you because you're just brilliant at bringing up like decent, amazingly well loved and intelligent human beings, which makes you exceptionally intelligent, a great teacher and a great nurturer, and very, very wise. So don't ever look down on your role and think, oh, I'm just a mom, or I'm just a whatever. No, 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 no. You have one of the most important roles in the society. And if you're not a mom, if you're a dad, then maybe you're very motherly. In other words, maybe you're just more affectionate than the average dad. Whatever that means. I mean, I guess a lot has changed in society. But I don't know why I'm holding this up. Hello. Oh, this is the other thing. This looks like a little mask or glasses, and it makes me think of a superhero. So you're somebody's superhero, that's for sure. You have both mental and physical and personal growth, liberation, regenerative power, and light of spring. Given you have a very, very strong immune system, you just know how to bounce right back up. And a lot of this has to do with the power of your mind. If you're not into the law of attraction, I would definitely recommend just watching the documentary, or picking up the book. Now, take everything with a grain of salt, because there's a lot that's been commercialized in that concept. However, there's a lot of truth that you can take from it as well. So look into the law of attraction. It might be of interest to you. So new growth. Yeah, I see you as someone who is like a phoenix. You're always able to reinvent yourself. And that takes an extreme power of the mind to let go of the old and to let go of the ego and just to reinvent yourself and start anew. That takes a lot of humility. That takes a lot of courage. That takes a lot of power to let go. You must have a very strong mind, strong body, strong immune system, just strong all around. You're just like this beautiful, strong fruit tree that just gives fruit all the time. You just have more fruit to give, and you're just like, you're full of life. It's sort of the image that comes to mind. So your power, your intelligence is in being a beacon of light and strength and hope to others, to see, well, wow, this person was able to get out of this mental challenge, a mental nightmare, mental whatever upheaval. They must have amazing brain power and stamina and willpower to do that. Resistance, resilience. So I see that others around you are very inspired by the way you think, and the way you think just translates into what you do and the way you operate and how you do things. So your intelligence comes in your ability to regenerate new life within yourself and others, whether that's literally physically, or it could be more metaphorically speaking and symbolically speaking. I see you as having the power to pass on your wisdom to others. So your wisdom is something that can literally save other people's lives. The words that you say, the things that you say to comfort others, the help that you give to others, the way you think about situations and people is very empowering to those around you. And people want to be near you because they want to hear what you have to say. Your wisdom, your creative ability, your wisdom, your ability to pass on wisdom, to teach others, and to inspire a domino effect of people after you and beings, not just people, but you're there for everyone, even animals. And I'd like to say even the plants around you just love feeling your energy, because you're always just so positive and full of light. Even when you don't feel that way, you always give that energy to others. Make sure you do take care of yourself. But your brilliance isn't just being able to help yourself and others transform. I don't think you realize how brilliant this makes you. But it is absolutely beautiful, and I would love to hear what you have to say about that in the comments below. So anyway, I hope that you like this short little video, and I look forward to reading for you in a video near you. All right. Have a wonderful day, afternoon, or night.